morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. So I hope all of you had your breakfast.
Yes, sir.
Good, good. So does everyone completed applying for RIE CEE? Have you finished your application process? Yeah, Harshita, Sandra, Gandhavini, yes. So if you have completed, please share your application form to the admin number in your group. That is 9071455466. To that number, you just share your application form. Yeah, fine. Hope I think maximum have joined. So let us start our today's discussion, that is on digital initiatives by NCERT. We already completed 2 classes on digital initiatives. 1 class exclusively on Nipun Bharat. The second class exclusively on Swayam products, Swayam Plus, and one more
Swayam
Swayam Prabha.
Prabha.
Yes. So we have covered 4 areas of the digital initiatives. Today we will try to cover the rest of the digital initiatives in this class. Right? I hope my screen is visible to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Fine. So let us move to the different kinds of digital initiatives which are initiated through NCERT for inclusive and accessible education for all. So the major objective of any digital initiative is very simple. The intention of digital initiative is to provide education for all. So education for all includes the normal student, student with special need, student with disabilities, student who are separated in terms of their socio-economical backgrounds. So by including everyone, education need to be provided equally, which should be accessible to all these categories. So that is the major motto behind any digital initiatives. So here you can see a list of digital initiatives started by NCERT to provide this inclusive and accessible education. So in that, the first place, e-Patashala, and the second one, Prashast, third one, Barkha, the fourth one, teaching learning resources in Indian Sign Language, accessibility concern in NCERT textbooks and audio books, and then Priya, the accessibility warrior, Basha Sangam, and teachers support material on inclusive education, PME Vaidya, Diksha, Swayam Moves, Nishta, Augmented Reality, AR versus VR, Tactile Map Book. So these are different kinds of digital initiatives which are started by NCRT under Ministry of Education. So in this we already discussed Swayam and a part of Nishta and a little bit details about Diksha. So let us see uh, from E-Pathashala onwards in a sequential order. So I have selected some of the most important digital initiatives which are listed in this. The first one, E-Pathashala. Probably you might have, heard about this E-Pathashala name, or maybe some of you might be using this E-Pathashala app. This E-Pathashala, learning on the go. So the caption is learning on the go, which is initiated by Ministry of Education in collaboration with NCRT. So NCRT developed this E-Pathashala web as well as mobile app. So this is mainly exclusively used as mobile app. In the iOS as well as Android version is available. We can download it from the Play Store. So what exactly this e-Pathashala provides? You can clearly see it gives you free access to NCRT textbooks from class 1 to class 12 in PDF format. So we can download the PDF of class 1 to class 12 NCRT textbooks. You can download it chapter wise. You can also download full textbook. So which can be accessed by students, teachers, and different kind of educators and also parents. So for all these four components, it is available. So e-Pathashala is a mobile app which is available in iOS as well as Android version, which provides class 1 to 12 PDF formats of NCRT textbooks which can be downloaded. That's the most important point here. So these are PDF formats which can be downloaded, accessible to all students, teachers, educators, and parents. And you can clearly see this was launched on 7th November 2015. So almost 9 years. So 9 years back, this was launched. Okay, okay, okay. Sorry, Shreyan, just give me 1 second. I will reshare 1 second. Now, are you able to see my slide?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So, are you able to see the e-Pathashala slide?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So, e-Pathashala is a digital initiative by the NCRT under MOE, Ministry of Education, which provides free access to NCRT textbooks, that is from class 1 to class 12 in PDF format, which can be downloaded. It can be chapter wise as well as the complete book also we can download. It is available in multiple languages, English, Hindi, and Urdu. You can see the resource is available in three different languages, English, Hindi, and Urdu. So three different languages it is available. And launched on 7th November 2015, almost nine years. In another 3-4 months, it is going to be 10th year. And this mobile app is available in both versions, iOS as well as Android. Are you clear about this part?
Yes, sir.
Shall we move on to the next slide? So, related to e-Pathshala, you have to remember mainly 4 points. The launch date, that is 7th November 2015. So, in what mode it is available? It is available in the form of mobile app, both iOS as well as Android version. What are they going to provide for us? NCERT textbooks from first class to 12th class in PDF format. In which languages? They are available in English, Hindi, and Urdu. So this is a NCERT initiative under MOE. Done?
Yes, sir.
Let's move on to the second one. So before going to discuss about the second initiative, so we need to have some basic background of the purpose of the second initiative. So have you ever seen this RPWD Act in your previous questions? RPWD Act. RPW. Rights of persons with disabilities. The rights of persons with disability. This act initially was in 1995. You can see person with disability. Previously it was called as PWD. Person with disability. The same person with disability act is replaced with RPWD Act 2016. So during 2016, the PWD Act, which was available before, was converted into the rights of person with disabilities. So from 2016 onwards, we are calling it as RPW 2016. So this RPW Act 2016 is aligning with the UN Convention on the Rights of Person with Disabilities, that is UNCRPD. So our Indian RPWD Act is aligned with the goals of UNCRPD. So maybe there is a chance to ask this question in the exam, uh, the full form of RPWD. Or they can also ask UNCRPD, UN Convention on the Rights of Person with Disability. So according to this RPWD Act 2016, our country has identified 21 disability conditions. How many disability conditions, Amma? Total 21 disability conditions among the children. But previously, as per the PWD Act, Person with Disability Act 1995, we were having only 7 conditions, 7 disability conditions. The previous version was having only 7 disability conditions, but at present, as per RPWD Act, we have 21 disability conditions. See, one thing we all should understand, these 21 disability conditions are, they are little difficult to trace by common people. So it requires more scientific intervention to understand. And as a teacher, you all know that a child is going to spend maximum time with us. After their parents, he is going to spend maximum time with us. So we are the major source to understand their needs. Disability is a kind of special need. A person with disability requires our extensive support to overcome that disability. So that is why the teachers should have the minimum awareness about these disability conditions and what are the special needs they need, what as a student they expect from us. If we are aware of it, we can definitely, bring huge change in their life. So here, to recognize these 21 disability conditions at the early age and to give a proper support to them, the NCERT has started a new initiative, and we call these people, we call these students as CWSN, children with special needs. The students who are having a symptom of these 21 disability conditions or maybe one or two disability conditions, we call them as children with special needs. They need more support, a different support than a regular student. So this requires our 100% support and understanding. So I have given the 21 disability conditions list, which was identified by Indian government. You can see here: blindness, low vision, leprosy cured persons, hearing impairment. For hearing impairment, exclusively AYUSH, All India Institute of Speech and Hearing, is working on this. In entire country, we have one center in Mysore, which also provides a 4 years UG program, BASLP, that deals with these hearing impairment conditions. So locomotor disability, dwarfism, intellectual disability, mental illness, autism spectrum disorder, cerebral palsy, muscular dystrophy. As a biology students, you know what is MD, muscular dystrophy, chronic neurological conditions, specific learning disabilities, multiple sclerosis, speech and language disability, thalassemia, hemophilia, sickle cell anemia, multiple disabilities including deaf blindness, acid attack victims, Parkinson's disease. So these are the 21 disabilities which are identified by India under RPWD Act. Of course, there is nothing to remember all these 21 disabilities. Just once you go through it, there is a probability to ask a question on this. Which of the following is not a disability condition included under RPWD Act? There is a possibility. So they may choose three of these and one something which is not belongs to this 21. So just to identify those, once you go through all these 21 names. So what is the major challenge for us as a teacher? What is the major challenge for us with these disability conditions? Most of these disabilities are newly added in the 2016 because the previous version was having only 7 disabilities. Now it is increased to 21. So the conditions like, specific learning disabilities, mental illness, intellectual disability, autism. So these disabilities are very less known in the sense they are not much popular. They are not much popular in our surrounding public. They are very less known to the parents as well as the peer group. So these disabilities sometimes may not give you the clear visible symptoms. So there is a lack of visible manifestations. So because of this, when we are unable to recognize visibly, so they were little bit neglected. They were not identified in the right time. So under identification or neglected. So due to this neglecting behavior, or maybe we are unable to identify in right time, that is going to impact the process of education of the student. So these undiagnosed disabilities may result in the poor academic performance. As a teacher and parent, we think that children is not performing, and we try to find out something or the other reason. But the major reason may be he or she might be having some problem which we did not notice, and they may require some special attention from us, a different approach from us. So that is why the government of India as well as NCRT created created a tool for teachers as well as special educators who are dealing with these students to create awareness among these 21 disabilities, how to identify them in the early stage, what will be the remedies which we should follow. So altogether, they created a tool called Precious. So Precious is a disability screening checklist for schools. So we get a checklist of 63 questions, 63 items. So by using that 63 items, we can identify. Please do remember, Prashast is a tool to identify. Prashast is a tool to recognize the problems of the student, but this is not a tool to label them. We are not supposed to use this tool to label a kid as so and so. This is only a tool to identify their problems and to give a suitable remedy, not to label the student. You can see Prashast developed by again NCRT through CIET. In previous class, in the first class, we discussed about the components of NCRT. NCRT has 6 RIEs, 1 CIET, 1 NIE, and what was the one more? Do you remember? How many of you attended the first class regarding the NCRT history? Somebody messaged. Okay. So now you are able to see my screen, right? Related to Prashast? Is it visible? Yes. Yeah. So I was just asking, what are the different components of NCERT? Under NCERT, you have one NIE and the second one CIET. Third one you can consider RIEs. How many RIEs are there now? 6 RIEs. And the fourth one you can see the PSS CIVE. Okay. So these are the components of NCRT. So NCRT through CIET, these two components together, they developed the Freshers. Central Institute of Educational Technology developed this Freshers tool. So this has a booklet which includes the checklist, and also it has a mobile app version. So the app version is designed to provide more scientific diagnosis to assess the student. So This has a booklet as well as mobile app designed to screen and categorize the 21 disability conditions outlined in the RPW Act at the school level. When you see at school level, so school definitely includes many students. So it will have a complete section, multiple sections. So Prashast tool should be implemented on all the students of a school at first level without any exemption. So Prashast tool should be used on all students at school level without any exception. So the advantage of this Prashast, it will prevent the unscientific diagnosis. Generally, the surrounding people or maybe as a teacher, sometimes we may label the student. We are not supposed to, but still as a human being, we may label. So such kind of unscientific diagnosis and needless labeling, unnecessary labeling of children will be avoided. So this is developed to protect the student, protect the children from unscientific diagnosis and needless labeling of children by anybody. Let's move on to the next one. You can see here, this initiative facilitates early screening, leading to certification of children with disabilities as per the provisions of Samagra Shiksha. Sorry, I think here you can consider it as Samagra Shiksha. So in this slide, you can see the complete details of process. In the first one, I have given what exactly the process consists of. Process is divided into two parts, that is part one as well as part two. So how many parts are there in process, Taman? Two. Part one and part two. It includes total 63 items, 63 checklists of components which are related to 21 disabilities. So the process is provided to schools to facilitate early identification. According to that, they can refer to the next level. So you can see the part one, which is common for regular teachers. This can be used by regular teachers at the school level in terms of first level of screening, which is common for all the students. So Prashast part 1 can be implemented for all the students of school as a first level of screening by regular teachers. So what are they going to do? A teacher will have a checklist. As per the checklist questions, he is going to tick mark. He is going to just keep the tick marks, if not into marks. So it's a very simple tool. Any teacher can easily assess and recognize the student difficulties, and they can record. And that record will be finally submitted to school head, and this, as per the requirement, it will be sent to the level 2, the part 2. So part 2 is used by special educators or counselors or school aides who are officially qualified to give some training to these children with special needs. This is at second level of screening. So these people are going to do second level of screening, and they give you know uh, sufficient remedies and certification to these disabilities. So they identify exactly what they are finding difficulty. According to that, they provide the disability certificate, as well as they also provide remedies to overcome that. So that will be useful for both the teacher, student, as well as parent to deal with these kind of children with special needs. Am I clear on this process part?
Yes, sir.
So overall, Prashast is a screening tool. For whom? It is a screening tool given to the schools to deal with children with special needs. So this generally do not promote any unscientific labeling of kid. Without any proper reason, we should not label any kid. It does not promote. Prashast has two parts, part 1 and part 2. Part 1 is very general and it is administered for all students in the class by a teacher. And part 2 is used by the special counselors or educators based on the part 1 result. And you should always remember process is only for screening and referral. It is not for labeling. It is not for diagnosing on the basis of this tool. It is only for screening and referral. So based on your screening result, you are going to refer the parent. So they will take the next step. So do not label or diagnose on the basis of this tool. You should clearly understand this point. So this process is available in 23 languages. You can see the tool is available in 23 languages. That is 22 languages which are officially identified through 8th schedule of the Indian Constitution in our country. As per 8th schedule, 22 languages are identified along with that English, 23. So total, the checklist is available in 23 languages. So as per the student language, we can use this. So sometimes the student academic performance may be little low because at home the student might be using a different language. At school might be using a different medium of instruction. So like for example, at home we generally speak the regional language. When it comes to school, most of them may join the English medium schools. So the medium of instruction will be different. So that might be the reason for the low academic performance. So in such situations, we need to consider that as a valid one. So the language used by the children at home, if it is different from the medium of instruction at school, it ought to be considered. Am I clear on the process, Tama? Any doubts on process? Related to process, any doubts? What do you think when you become a teacher? Do you think all these tools are going to be useful? These tools are going to help you in improving your teaching learning process? Definitely. You as a student, you might have observed in your class itself, some of your friends might be children with special need category. You know, when they are with that kind of need, if teacher himself do not have awareness on how to provide support to them, so obviously it is very difficult to cope up in the surrounding environment. So teachers should have the complete awareness and knowledge on these children with the special need category, what kind of category they are belongs to, what kind of additional support will help them, how he can promote the empathy among the peer groups related to them. So these are all something which is required now in the teaching. Now teacher is no more content delivery. He is no more a just he comes and gives a lecture and go back. You just give a exam and evaluate and give the score. That is not the exact role of the teacher, right? Shall we move to the next slide?
Yes, sir. Sir.
Next, you can see here. Next one is Baka, a reading series for all. You can also see the downside tagline. Sorry, one book, true inclusion. So this Baka again, developed by DEGSN, Department of Education, groups with special needs. This is the department, collaborated with NCRT, and this was first developed by DW, Department of Elementary Education, which is a component under NCRT. The same thing they utilized, they added some more components to the original version of the Barkha without changing the origin, and now they are using on a larger scale. So this initiative is from DGSN plus NCRT. When they ask who is the developer of Barkha, you can select DW, Department of Elementary Education under NCRT. So there is a term called UDL. What do you mean by UDL? UDL.
Universal Design for Learning Principle.
Yes, you can see here I have given here Universal Design for Learning. There is a concept called UDL, Universal Design for Learning. Under Universal Design for Learning, lot of digital initiatives are focusing on accessibility of content to all kind of learners. So the same content need to be accessed by all readers. That is the major objective of this universal design for learning. So here, Barka is a UDL based reading series for all. So it is a universal design for learning based reading series for all. This is focusing on class 1 to students. Please do remember Barka is focusing on first class and second class students. Class 1 to students. In simple way, this is a storybook. A lot of storybooks are provided at four different levels. So total 40 stories are provided at four levels: series 1, series 2, series 3, series 4. So four different levels with five themes. So total five themes, that is relationships is one theme, birds and animals is second theme, musical instruments, games and toys, around us, food. These are the themes of these storybooks. So total how many stories are there? 40. How many levels are there? 4. How many themes are there? 5. So if you have free time, you can just see in Google NCRT Barkha. You will get a very beautiful storybooks. Maybe in your surroundings, in your family itself, if you have children who are at first class and second class age, they really give a very good learning ability. Use them. You can download and take a printout. You can suggest them to use rather than using something, private publications. You can use very qualitative storybooks which are available in the form of Barkha. So these stories are, developed with a purpose of students should have, they should have, you know, accessibility of education irrespective of their conditions. Like just previously we discussed with some 21 disabilities. So some of the disabilities are very new and we don't have much awareness on scientific diagnosis of these disabilities. So for those students also need to be included under the formal education. So for that, in the early stages, this Barca is going to be useful. So the need of adopting Barca series. You can see here, one of the key characteristics of inclusive education is the provision of a curriculum that is appropriate for each child and focuses on unique learning needs. So the curriculum should be appropriate to each child and focusing on the unique learning needs, characteristics, interests of the student, strength of the children at different developmental levels. That should be the curriculum nature. So to create such kind of curriculum, you can see Barca series to ensure the children with disabilities can be included in the reading process along with the other children. That's the major aim. So including the children with disability along with other students in the reading process. So the core objective is to respect diverse reading choices, different kind of reading choices, and facilitate access of each child to this reading material. So what they did for this initial DEE Barca version, they added some more innovations. A number of innovations are being incorporated in appropriate way without changing the original series. You should remember this. Without changing the original series of the Barca, the new innovations are added. That is providing the information in Braille, providing information tactile, sign languages, digital mode, etc. These are incorporated. So now the Barca series available in the digital mode also. We can also download. It is available in Braille, sign language. So children with special need also can access easily this content, just like other children. Am I clear on the Barca series?
Yes, sir.
They are purely story books, which are meant for the class 1 and class 2 students. We can also use them in our daily life. The major intention of this Barca series is to provide same book to all kind of learners, similar content to all kind of learners. Am I clear on this, Amma?
Yes, sir.
Let us move on to the next initiative. Priya, you can see a beautiful girl, small kid named Priya, the accessibility warrior. So the title itself is the accessibility warrior. See, this is a comic book. So Priya is a comic book. This was launched on August 24, 2021 by Union Minister Dharmendra Pradhan sir and Virendra Kumar. So August 24, 2021 it is launched. This is developed with by NCRT by collaborating with Department of Empowerment of Persons with Disabilities and DOSCL, Department of School Education and Literacy. So what is the major objective of this? So this is creating awareness about the accessibility. So as per this Priya, we believe accessibility everyone should have access. Everyone should have access to. You can see here. Everyone needs accessibility. Accessibility helps everyone. This is the key message of the brief. So this aligns with the NEP 2020 goal, RPW Act 2016, SDG for quality education also. So the objectives of NEP 2020 also aligned, the PRIA is going to fulfill provision of inclusive education for all. That is the major important goal of the NEP 2020. SDG 4, quality education for all. So this initiative also aligned with the national level goals and international level goals of the SDG 4. So the storyline of this Priya the Accessibility War it's a comic storybook. So here a girl called Priya, who is temporarily disabled with small incident, and she participate in the school activities. Due to accessible infrastructure, she is able to succeed. She is able to participate and win. So the key message here is everyone need accessibility, so that accessibility will help everyone. That's the key message of Priya. So total 9 activities are there in this book. You can also go through it, just hardly some 5-10 minutes it will take. 9 activities which teaches the accessibility concepts interactively. It is also available in Indian Sign Language in the form of video. Available in the Diksha portal, e-Pathshala, NCERT website. So this book is available in Diksha, e-Pathshala and NCERT website. Let's move to the next one. Bhasha Sangam. Our country has officially recognized 22 Indian languages as per the 8th schedule of the Indian Constitution. So the major objective of this Bhasha Sangam is to familiarize students with all these 22 Indian languages. Definitely, we are well versed with our mother tongue and maybe English and the third language, 3 languages. Along with that, remaining other Indian languages need to be familiarized for students for a linguistic harmony among students. This help in providing in nurturing the linguistic harmony. It promotes the national integration through learning of languages, so that students will be able to understand the unique cultural diversity of our country. So unique cultural variations of our country through languages. So this is the major objective of Bhasha Sangam. So this, as per this Bhasha Sangam, you can see the objective is to teach 100 sentences in 22 languages. So to teach 100 sentences in 22 languages recognized by Indian Constitution. So every student will be able to speak 100 sentences in different languages, 22 different languages. That's the purpose of this Bhasha Sangam. So that it promotes the multilingualism in school. This is available in the form of app in both iOS and Android. You can also test try. So Bhasha Sangam app we can download and we can test try these 100 sentences in different languages. It's a best platform to learn and experience the other language. Next, Diksha. So we already discussed some details about the Diksha in the previous class. One nation, one digital platform. So Diksha launched on 5th September 2017. by Honorable Vice President. So you please make a note of this point. See, the remaining activities were launched by the Ministry of Education, Honorable Minister of the MOE, Dharmendra Pradhan. But this Diksha was launched by Honorable Vice President of India on 5th September 2017. So a small change. There is a possibility to ask this as a question. Right. So this also Diksha portal is available in the form of app, Android as well as iOS, and it also has a portal, right? So mobile app is available not only just for teachers but also for the students and parents for all three communities, and it provides all engaging learning material for the students, teachers, and parents. See, e-Pathshala provides only the NCERT textbooks of class 1 to 12, which can be downloaded. But Diksha provides a variety of engaging learning materials, which includes again from 1st to 12th class NCERT content, along with that many more, many other. It is a broader scale digital platform. So digital infrastructure for knowledge sharing is a broader scale digital platform. The features of Diksha, I have listed out the major features, the four. QR code. So the digital infrastructure Diksha provides a QR code student can access after scanning the QR code provided in the NCERT books. So in the NCERT books, you can observe the QR codes. When you scan it, you can access the portal, come up with the suggestions and topics that you want to study. And language, the portal is accessible in English and varied languages that include Hindi, Marathi, Tamil, Telugu, and so on. So approximately 18 languages. So this is available in 18 different languages. Of course, 22 national languages are available, but 18 languages right now this Diksha portal is available. We can access the content. Location based. This is one more specific. Diksha app can be customized as per your location. The portal would first ask the location to which you are belongs to. Maybe you are belongs to Karnataka, you are belongs to Andhra Pradesh, or you are belongs to Delhi, or Bhopal, whatever it is. So you choose Delhi as an option. It would further ask you to choose sublocation, means in which locality of Delhi you are residing. Accordingly, it will show you the courses that are going on that region from which you can choose the desired courses as per your skill set. So, from place to place, that different courses might be implementing. So, this Diksha is providing that access as per your local area, which courses are going on. That course you can select. It's a wonderful opportunity. And class based, Diksha portal requires a user to choose the class, which class you are studying, so that it will provide you exclusive material for that class related, right? So QR code, when you scan in the NCERT books, it will guide you. Language, almost 18 languages it is available. Location based customization, and class based specific material can be provided through Diksha. Am I clear on this one?
Yes, sir.
So overall, you can see the Diksha portal provides kindergarten to 12th class material, study material, all classes and subjects, interactive study material. So it provides visual engaging of 2D and 3D versions of the syllabus, and practice content. It also provides you unlimited practice content with the solutions. You can see access unlimited practice content with their solution. It is not limited. And participate in quiz. So to make learning, fun, engaging, more engaging, they also provide quiz to help the students to assess their performance and improve their performance. So content, digital content, visual content, practice papers, and also quizzes to assess our performance in the competitive area. So these are the features of Diksha, digital infrastructure for knowledge sharing. Am I clear on this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Are you able to understand? Yeah. So total, how many digital initiatives we discussed today? The first one,
RPWD.
no, before
Three
that,
person.
Shala.
e-Pathshala. So first we discussed about e-Pathshala. After that, the second one,
RPWD.
RPWD Act.
RPWD Act is not a digital initiative. Prashast was the digital initiative. To understand the Prashast, I just gave you the brief of before content. So Prashast is a diagnosing tool, a tool for the schools. Why it was developed? Because RPWD Act was available, and that is identifying 21 disabilities. To identify and recognize those disabilities, we need a tool. So that is how the origin of Prashast was. So the second initiative is Prashast. And what was the third?
The worker.
Varka, a series for all, a story series book for all in 4 different levels with 5 themes. Yeah, next,
Priya.
Yeah.
Priya.
Priya, the accessibility warrior, a comic storybook. Next,
Diksha.
Diksha. Diksha is a broader level. So it is completely a next level, a broader level of digital platform where you can access multiple things. So you can access material, you can also access the interactive videos, you can also access the practice questions, you can also access the quizzes for improving the performance. So multiple areas. Okay. So let us see some probable questions on this content. Can you read this?
Which initiative by NCERT provides free access to NCERT textbooks for classes 1 to 12 in downloadable PDF format?
Yes. Which one provides
E-Pathshala.
E-Pathshala.
e-Pathshala? Please kindly do remember downloading, PDF formats that is available in e-Pathshala. Okay. Next. Question number 2.
21.
21.
21. How many disability conditions are recognized under rights of the person with disability? That is 21. Previously, as per 1995 Person with Disability Act,
7.
7. So previously it was 7. Okay. Next question number 3. The primary purpose of pressures developed by NCRT.
The screen and categorize 21 disability conditions at school.
Yes, to screen and categorize 21 disability conditions at the school level. That is the purpose of the pressures. Teach multilingual sentences to students is the purpose of whom? Teaching 100 sentences in different languages.
The Bhasha Sangam.
Bhasha Sangam. Provide adapted reading material for early graders. Reading material for all in the early stages, class 1 and class 2.
Barka.
Barkha. Offer digital courses for teachers. Digital courses for teachers. Through Diksha. Diksha is meant for all communities, students, parents, and teachers. They offer even digital course. Okay. Yeah. Question number 4. Which part of process is used by regular teachers for preliminary screening of students?
Part 1.
Part one.
Part
Part
1.
one.
So part 1 is used used by regular teachers. Part 2 is used by the counselors or school heads. Yeah. Question number 5. What is the key objective of Burka series adaptation under the Universal Design for Learning principle?
Teach 100 sentences in 22 languages.
Okay. Okay. 1. That is the key objective. Anybody else? Think.
Ensure reading children with special
Huh?
needs.
Manogna?
Third option, sir.
Third option is correct. See, the objective of Burka, objective of Priya, objective of Precious, it is ensure inclusive education for all children with special needs. Since Barka is exclusively focusing on reading, so ensure inclusive reading for children with special needs. The first option, as you all said, teach 100 sentences in 22 languages. That is the feature. It is not the objective. How Barka, Barka is related to teaching, storylines, right? Storybooks. Teach 100 sentences in 22 languages is Bhasha Sangam. So that is related to Bhasha Sangam. That is not related to Barka. The third one is correct here. So through Barka, we are providing the reading content for class 1 and class 2 students with different needs. In multiple platforms. It is available in Braille, it is available in sign language, okay, printable media, digital media, like that. Yeah. Question 6.
D.
August 24, 2020.
Yeah,
2021.
accessibility. Priya, the accessibility warrior comic book launched by Dharmendra Pradhan sir and Virendra Kumar on August 24, 2021. Question number 7. Key message of Priya.
Second.
Everyone needs accessibility.
Everyone
Accessibility.
needs accessibility. Accessibility helps everyone. You can see the remaining sentences also. Multilingualism promotes national integration. It is related to Bhasha Sangam. Early screening prevents unscientific labeling. It is related to Precious. Reading with joy enhances literacy. That is related to Barkha. Barkha provides a good quality storybooks that provides joy beyond the textbook it provides. Okay. Question number 8. Primary goal of Bhasha Sangam.
Foster linguistic harmony through learning 2020.
So it is third option. Foster linguistic harmony through learning 22 Indian languages. So the first one is related to Precious. Provide tactile books for visually impaired students. It is related to Barkha. Offer QR code, digital textbooks. Whose quality it is?
Diksha.
Diksha. Question number 9.
September 2017.
September 5, 2017 by Vice President of India. Next. Question number 10.
QR code
QR
scanning.
code scanning.
Which feature of Diksha allows users to access their performance?
QR code scanning.
No.
Location-based customization.
No.
Interactive quizzes.
Interactive quizzes, Sandra. Correct. So please do understand. Question looks very simple. The feature of Diksha allows user to access their performance. Out of these four, interactive quizzes are useful to engage them in a joyful way and also to help their assessment of the performance. QR code scanning will help you to guide the topic. In NCERT QR code, if you scan, it will suggest you the topic and the content related to that. It is not going to help you to improve your performance. It will provide you suggestion. So on this topic, you can read this content. Multilingual support to understand different languages. To read the content available in all the languages possible. Whichever language we know, according to that we can select. Location-based customization is in possible, required to access the customized courses as per our requirement. In our location, what courses are given. So the same courses we can access. That is not going to improve our performance. The fourth one is related to performance improvement. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Good, good. So, today we have discussed almost all important digital initiatives of NCERT for inclusive education for all. And we also discussed other initiatives of ICT, that is Nishta, Diksha, in other class also. So almost, I think these many digital initiatives are sufficient to face your CW exam in both level 1 as well as level 2. See, I prepared this content by keeping level 1, level 2, level 3. Even though you are appearing for level 1, when you analyze these three papers, I realized most of the questions are similar in all three levels. Only the way they form the question may be different, but the concept is same. So if a paper setter is selecting one question, one concept, he is going to frame three different questions on the same concept. So when you know the concept, you can easily answer all the three levels. So that's the logic behind this RIE CEE. So that's why I prepared the content by keeping all three levels in mind, and definitely it will be useful for you for the exam as well, even after the exam. When you enter into the RIE, either in the B.Sc.Ed, M.Sc.Ed, B.Ed, or B.Ed, M.Ed, this content will be useful for you. Right? And one more important suggestion I have, you see today is 7th. Your exam is on 29th. So approximately you have another 21, 22 days. Recently I was going through the data. Last year, roughly around somewhere 19,000 students applied to RIE CW examinations. 19,000 students. This is not a small number, right? So hardly you have 5 RIEs last time. Out of 5 RIE Ajmer and RIE Bhopal, they are taking the B.Sc.Ed and B.Ed through NCET exam, not through RIE CW. So that was joined with NCET. So the available seats, complete seats are available from Mysore, Bhubaneswar. In Ajmer, B.Ed course and that's it, B.Ed course. Bhopal also, B.Ed and B.Ed M.Ed integrated. And Shillong, all courses. Now this year, Nellore RI is added. So MA Education Technology, one course is newly added. So altogether, the number of seats approximately comes, somewhere 200 for each course, not more than that. Even 200 it is not there. For B.Sc.Ed, B.Ed it is available, but for remaining courses it is lesser than that. So if I consider the total number of candidates are 19,000 and roughly each course, if I maybe the B.Sc.Ed maybe more number of applicants, B.Ed also second level, B.Ed third level, M.Ed fourth level, like that. At least for that 100 candidates, minimum 3 to 4,000 students are available in the competition. So even though the exam seems to be very easy, since most of the questions you are able to understand and guess the answer, but every question plays a crucial role. I have seen last year cutoff around 75, 76, 78 marks. You know the ranking system, right? The 40% they are going to take from your qualifying exam, and 60% they are going to take from the CEE exam. So to get the 70 marks, 75 marks, or 80 marks nearby, uh, you must have nearly 85% in your qualifying exam. 85% above in your qualifying exam. And in CEE exam, you should able to score around 140 above. Out of 160, 140 above. So roughly out of 80 questions, yeah, you may do certain mistakes. Obviously, we cannot expect 100%, right? So definitely one or two questions may go wrong. So my suggestion to you people is, when you are not confident on any question, be it language question or teaching aptitude or reasoning ability, do not go for guessing. You don't guess and choose something. If you are 100%, confident on your answer, then you choose. Otherwise, don't select. Hardly we can maximum afford 5 wrong questions. As per the previous year cutoffs, up to 5 questions, if you make mistakes, there is a possibility to be in the cutoff race. But if it is going beyond that, it's very difficult. My suggestion is, why to attend and go for the negative 0.5? You leave it. So prevention is better than cure. So do not attend. So you keep the target of 140 plus score in the exam. Minimum 140 plus. Focus on teaching aptitude, reasoning ability, and also language. It's quite easy to get 140 above. But only thing is, you should avoid negative. If you don't know the answer, you should not choose. And you see all the question papers of 3-4 years, you feel that you know the question. Many of you may feel you don't require some additional coaching support to attend this exam. That's very quite common, because the paper appears like that. But it requires a lot of coaching. They appear mostly similar, but to identify the exact answer, you need a lot of training for that. Right. So do not guess an answer. That's what my suggestion. And use the all practice papers which we have given. If you find any discrepancy in the questions, you please send it in the WhatsApp. We will rectify it. You try to use. I have seen still many people did not use the DPPs. Now we are providing roughly 30 DPPs, 30 for language, 30 for reasoning ability, 30 for teaching ability, teaching aptitude. So total 90 DPPs. If you solve those questions, most of your final exam questions will be similar. So please do use those questions. It's for you people. You practice it, and if you find any discrepancy, you will inform us. We will rectify that. And we are also providing 23 mock test papers. 23 mock tests is not a simple thing, right? And they are freshly prepared. We are not, providing something which was prepared in 2016 until now we are using. It is not like that. Since we started this year, whatever papers we are providing, they are prepared now. They are the latest papers available for RIE CEE in entire countrywide. No other person is providing the latest paper. Since they are there from last 3 years, 4 years, they are using the same thing without much changes. So our content, our class content as well as the papers are the latest one in the market, and we never gave the material access to all. We never given a printed material because for your exam there is no printed material, there is no official printed material. We don't want to bluff and provide some material as a printed material for teaching aptitude, language, and then reasoning ability. You go through this material, since questions are going to come from this. No, the purpose of RIE CEE exam is to identify the really curious and interested students towards the education. They are going to test your uh, different domains, your cognitive, psychomotor, all they are going emotional. They are going to test all these domains. And if somebody says that, okay, I am going to give you the complete material for this particular subject, that is a myth. We can only create a thought process in your learning process. In your brain, we can just create a thinking process ability. We can improve your thinking process through our teaching as well as the exams which we conduct or the material, the PPTs which we are going to provide. So make use of them since they are more latest one. The probability of getting maximum, questions covered areas will be high comparatively others, right? So please do send your applications to my number 9071-455-466. It is available in your group. So please do send your application. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.